The Derek Relaford Show on Bedroom Radio.
And we're back.
We're back.
And we're back. We're back. Oh, let me turn this down. This is getting a little wild here. Getting a little wild here. Hold on. It's too loud. It's just too abrasive and too loud right there. There we go. How's everybody doing? We got about 70 minutes to do a show, and then my wife's going to leave me alone with children.
Oh, God.
It's going to be terrible. Anyway, I have stuff to talk about. I got to find it. Brandon, how was your Sunday?
My Sunday was pretty good, man. I just went and rode the bike around a lot. Honestly, just ran errands.
The bicycle? You were riding a Schwinn?
Yeah, my Schwinn.
No, you actually have a motorcycle.
Yeah, I got a motorcycle. Got a hog.
What kind of hog do you have?
Got me one of them there Harley Davidsons.
Harley Davidson. What
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
Harley Davidson do
wanna see it?
You hog, huh?
I'll show you.
I didn't know you hogged so hard.
I hog hard.
Hard.
I didn't know you were such a
That's
hogger.
it, right there.
What is
she's
it?
in
Is
this
it
dude.
Softail?
No, it's a Road King.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself king of the road?
We're in the same club. Fat dudes
Are we?
that want to ride a motorcycle.
No, you're not in the same club. You're a
You-
fat dude
you
that
have a
wants to
bike?
ride a motorcycle.
Well, I'm gonna
Brandon's
get
a
one.
fat dude that rides a motorcycle.
Yeah, but he's got a Road King. I'm gonna get a Softail because I'm harder than fucking.
Oh,
Road
what?
King.
You gonna wear some fucking Cortezes too?
I'm not gonna
Fine.
lie. I wear my Tom
Fine.
Brady's. I wear my Tom Brady's when I ride. You know what the Tom Brady's are?
Mouth kissing your
Thaddeus
sons
is
or
gonna
what?
call in here in a little bit.
Nah, they're the Uggs, man.
The Uggs.
Yeah, I got a pair of men's Uggs for Christmas, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, I'm never gonna wear these. I don't know why you got me these.
See, you could have mailed them to
And
me and I'd have
then-
rocked those.
And then I put them on, and I haven't taken them off. They're so comfortable, even in the heat,
Good.
man. That's what I said I couldn't, but I totally did.
Telling you,
Still
Uggs.
do.
Where it's
They're
at.
comfortable, dude. They're the low cut little men's boot.
Little
And I got it
booties.
to where I can slip it on and off, and it's nice because I hate tying my shoe because I'm fat.
You guys want to get serious about Syria for a second?
Sure, let's get serious about Syria.
An out-of-state law firm compiles a list of Phoenix priests accused of sexual abuse. It seems like you're seeing a lot of people. This whole hashtag Me Too. It seems like the Catholic priest got to fly by that on that one, because like people have been Me Too and those motherfuckers since the dawn of time, and nothing ever happens. I'm wondering if they're gonna have to pay for their sins by the masses, demanding it. Like, why? First of all, why is if a preacher or a priest molests a child, why is that not reported to the police? Why is that dealt with in-house church? Nope. If you had a teacher molesting a child, I mean, you would bring the cops in. You wouldn't be like, well, let's just talk to the school police office. No, you bring the fucking cops in. Always go to the real cops. So I
Yeah.
think this is good, man. I hope a lot of them get ousted.
Yeah.
It's not good, man.
What did you hear about that girl in Salt Lake City
Mm-mm.
who landed? She landed in a plane last week, or she landed in Salt Lake City. She was at her grandma's funeral in California. She landed at 1:30 a.m. in Salt Lake. Text her parents, "Hey, I landed," and then she got an Uber to go meet somebody at a park. So the Uber driver took her to a park, and then after that, she disappeared. And so they tried to get the Uber driver for her. He's like, no, I've got evidence. Like, I dropped her off. There was a car already there waiting for her. She was pretty active on Tinder. Well, then they come to find out they just found her body like a day or so ago, or remnants of her in this guy's backyard.
Hmm.
So the guy she got in the car with that she met on Uber, she wanted some late night dick, I guess. I don't know. I'm not judging her, but she met some dude and then he killed her and burned her in his backyard.
What a bummer. Set up Discord,
Only
Alex.
place to go is up from here.
I think it's a good thing they found the guy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing they found the guy. Been watching a lot of shows recently where they've been putting some innocent people away. Supposedly.
Oh, this guy, he had her evidence. I mean, well, not that guy. He had there was DNA evidence all over the place,
Yeah.
and her remnants in the backyard and stuff. I mean, that usually.
Yeah, no, I was pretty open and shut there, Johnson, but not always the case.
My Discord's all weird now. I don't know how to fix it.
What, you need me to call you on Discord?
Try that. Because I downloaded Stream Elements and it's all weird now. There we
I'm
go.
calling you. Is it showing up?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're echoing again, Adape.
Why am I echoing?
Because you turned on. You have to mute your mic.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
Here we go. Here's some news in Alex's part of the country. From cake.com. Heck of a place to find your news.
Cake.com.
When you want to be programmed by the government. I love Cake. I used to always watch their news. Kansas bars can't be sued by victims of their drunk patrons, state Supreme Court. Kansas is one of just a handful of states that doesn't allow a person injured by a drunk driver to sue the retailer who furnished the alcohol. On Friday, the Kansas Supreme Court upheld the 34-year-old rule, saying it was up to the legislature to change it. On March 10, 2015, Jeff Kudalak was driving down 135th Street and Quivira Road in Overland Park around 11 p.m. when a Ford Fusion going 70 miles an hour ran a red light and slammed into his Mitsubishi 3000 sedan, slicing it in half. The accident left Kudlasik, who had celebrated his 23rd birthday with his parents, with a compound fracture in both his femurs, punctured a lung, 9 broken ribs, and injuries. He was placed on medical-induced coma for 21 days, and he spent 70 days in Overland Park Regional Medical Center before he was discharged. He subsequently spent months in rehabilitation. So they're saying here in Kansas, if you get hit by a drunk driver, then it's not the dipshit that sold him 14
how is
fucking...
it? How is it the bartender's fault?
If it's a situation where he was overserved.
Well, at the same, dude, now, okay, here's what I have to say. Dude, half the time I go to the bar and I'm already drunk. Granted, I always have a sober ride home, but like when I go to the bar, I want to buy like I just go there for the community aspect of it. I want to go talk to people and but I'm not going to get drunk there. I go and I'll have like 3 beers tops. But you're drunk when you show up. I mean, granted, I mean, how is it their fault?
Didn't put the keys in the ignition.
Yeah.
You know,
But there
How
has
is
to
it
be
their
some sort of...
how is
Go
it
ahead.
their
Let's let Brandon talk
responsibility?
for a second. Let's let
they
Brandon
could
talk.
be fined at the most. I don't think that they should be able to be sued by the injured party. They should carry a fine, right? They overserved the guy. That was their fault, the overserving. If they would have stopped serving at him 3 beers earlier, would he have done anything different? Maybe he would have left earlier. Maybe. But you're playing, luck with time. You're just putting something out in the universe it's a big what if. So let's say they did cut him off. The guy still hangs out. He gets in his car and still kills him. Now, who are they going to sue? Or they're not going to be going back and try and sue the people because they overserved him, right? So I just don't think that the fault. I mean, it's a very unfortunate thing, and I don't ever want to see it happen, but it happens every day. But I don't think that it's on the bartender or that establishment to be liable for that person's injuries. That's the person who got in the car. They made that decision. Drunk or not, they made that decision. They got the keys, they got in their car, and they drove when they shouldn't have. You don't get to pass the blame on somebody else. All right, so they're going to sue Anheuser-Busch for making the beer? I mean, where does it...
Yeah.
It goes... It just follows that kind of you could keep going. It's just... You got to draw a line somewhere, and I just think that the bar should be fined for oversuing, but the bar should be fined for overserving, but they shouldn't be sued for that guy's injuries.
Well, no, I don't think they should be sued for over-serving because you don't know. Like
Not
when I
sued,
walk into a
Stuff fine.
bar, when I walk into a bar, like I can. I mean,
Right.
dude, I've walked into a bar fucking hammered, and they'll
Walked in and out
still,
of-
yeah. Well, and I'm, and they'll serve me, but they're like, "Hey, are you sure you can handle another one?" I'm like, "No, dude, I can do that." But if that's the person, I think it depends on the drinker. I don't think
Any drunk person's gonna be like, "Yeah, give me another."
Yeah, but
one."
Alex, you're in a small town where the people know you and stuff. You're dealing with people who are walking in. They might be a fucking tourist. They come in, and first of all, dude, it
Well,
is
I'm not
2019.
I'm not drinking and driving though.
No, but I'm saying though, it's 2000. Well, we're talking about people that drink and drive and get in an accident. Who's liable? I think in 2019, if you're drinking and driving, you're an idiot. It's like you're just begging to
Yeah.
lose your license and have to
Yeah.
pay tons of
Agreed
fines.
completely.
It's like it is not expensive to get a ride down the street on Uber,
It's
and
really
they're
not.
riding
No,
all
and
night
we
long.
even, I mean, we have Uber in Dodge City, and we have several cab companies, and that's where I think, like, why stop serving them? If the motherfucker wants a drink, they want to. I know I overindulge at times. I'm overindulging now, but I'm at home. That's my own choice. But if you go out into public, I think when you go into public, you have to take a certain responsibility for your type of intoxication level that you like to get to. I mean, I'm a binge drinker on the weekends. I mean, that's what I do. I don't drink really during the week. So on the weekends, yeah, I'm looking to get fucked up. So I'm not going to take it out on the people that help me get there. I go to a bar to have like a couple drinks, but I'm really going to go back home because I know I've got a stockpile of booze. I'm going to get fucked up there. If I happen to be inebriated when I leave that bar, I'm a responsible person though. I'll either call my wife or call a cab. But some people are that asshole. Oh, I can do it. But then that's where the responsibility comes onto the person who's inebriated. And you can't say that, oh, this person was drunk, they weren't thinking for themselves. No, I can guarantee I think for myself.
But I mean,
Like,
you have to put the shoes on. So okay, let me ask you this: say you're waiting for your wife to get home from work or something, and it turns into like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You're like, what the fuck? Ashley never does this. She would never tell me where she's not. And then a police officer comes to your door and says, I'm sorry, your wife was killed tonight by a drunk driver. And then you find out it was some guy that was at the bar and he was blackout drunk, still being served alcohol until he walked out and drove 2 blocks and killed your wife. Like, would you be like wanting a little bit of, like vengeance, or not vengeance, but of an explanation? Like, why the fuck, if this dude can't stand up, why the fuck are you serving him anything but water? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there has to be a level of responsibility whenever you're boozing people up like that. I think,
I agree, and that's where I think the fine should come in. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be a hefty fine, $25,000, $30,000, something like that. Something to make them pay attention. Something to make.
But I
the
mean,
owner
wouldn't
of the
their insurance
establishment-
company even pay the fine? But wasn't their insurance company going to be the one paying it, footing the bill no matter what?
It would be the company because they couldn't. I would imagine they couldn't sue the person in general, so they would sue the company. So it would come from the company, and whether the company is insured for that kind of legal issue would be the other thing you would get into. If it's not, then it would come out of the company pocket. If not that, then maybe the insurance. But
Thaddeus, you've worked
it all
in the
depends.
service industry. You've seen people get overserved. Do you feel like it's the bar's fault at all when people get fucked up and go drink and kill somebody when they're overserving them?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, being a bartender is a job. You got a lot of shit going on. Making sure somebody doesn't drive isn't always even possible.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm with. I'm sorry, I don't know this guy's name.
Brandon.
Brandon. I'm with
Yeah.
Brandon. Yeah, like a fine, sure, but being sued for someone's injuries or anything further, I think is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. I think taking it to that level just opens the door to other things.
Right. Where does it end?
Right. I mean, yeah, I would be really upset. I would have those feelings, Derek. To be honest, I would be like, why did this guy? But you have, and that the hardest part is to be real about it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to honestly think, like, all right, you put yourself in a bartender's position. I've been there, not to the extent of like super busy places, but I've been a bartender. And it's right. It's a job. You've got 1,000 other things going on at the same time. You're trying to watch one dude who you know probably has had too much. Okay, so you can see that. Might cannot serve him, you know? But when you get it crowded and you have somebody might be buying him drinks that you don't know, I've had that happen.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
there's a lot of stuff that happens that you can't just pin.
Deal with.
Yeah, you can't pin that on them. But I do agree a fine would make people pay more attention. You know,
Yeah,
it
but how
would,
do you? And at the same time, it doesn't. That's why Kansas got rid of it. Like, that's why Kansas, like, no, like, there's no way that a person, and why is it that person's responsibility when, I mean, it's on the person who's drinking responsibility. Like, I know that when I've had too many, and I'll ask for one more, and they'll deny me. But at the same time, somebody will buy me another drink and they'll just like pour me another shot. I mean, but that's my choice. That's
Right.
my choice to do that.
It's not the people behind the bar. It's not that they're not thinking about that, because when you hand somebody that drink that you know has had too much, that's one of the things that crosses your mind. Like, I hope they don't go and do something dumb. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's the same
I
thing.
would feel partially responsible, but not wholly. You know?
It's the same thing as like, you know, I just bought. I sold my gun to my buddy the other day, and then the next day I went and bought another gun from a guy I'd never met the guy before. I met him in a town north of here. We just met halfway, and I handed him $250. He handed me a gun and some ammo, and then I was like, "Thanks, man, for not making that weird." Like, but I was scared. I rolled up 3 deep, and he rolled up by himself, but he had a fucking firearm on him. Like,
Yeah,
he was
right.
acting
Well, you rolled up 3 deep, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm going selling a gun." So
well, at the same time, I talked to him afterwards, like, "Hey, man, sorry, I didn't mean to roll up 3 deep, but you know, you never know what you're gonna like. You could be taking my money, so that's why I rolled up with like 2 dudes." And he's like, "No, man," he's like, "Thanks for making it like painless. Like, you handed me the money, I showed you the gun.
God, you guys fuck afterwards? Jesus.
No, but he's just like, thanks. He's like, thanks, dude. He's like, you never know. He's like, he's like, I sold a gun to a guy that murdered somebody immediately afterwards. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But that's the thing. It's like, you don't know. And why should it be the guy who sold the gun's fault? Like, I just thought the guy wanted to buy a gun. I didn't know he wanted to kill people.
Yeah, it's
You're not
nobody's
gonna, like-
job it's nobody's job to babysit any other adult.
right. That's
That's
why
it.
they're called adults.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we're called adults and we don't get babysitters. I mean,
Some of us should need them. I mean, hell, I need one every now and again.
yeah, so do I. But
That's what
I
your
don't-
girlfriend or wife
I don't
is.
think you should charge the bar because that's the beer getting placed and that's where people go. I mean, and it's not their fault. It's like, or I mean, whether they've been drinking there or not. I mean, if they've been there all day, there's a little bit of irresponsibility, but at the same time, they're
I
sitting
think
there
the
trying to make
idea of
money.
a bar is irresponsible. I mean,
How?
cause dude, booze is it's not like weed, man. Booze is a very involved drug, and you get and people react so differently to it. So you get a bunch of people together that are fucked up. I just think like that. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a terrible place or like, oh, people that drink. I'm just saying like kind of a recipe for disaster. Getting a bunch of people to meet up at swanky places and being like, yeah, dump these into your face until you're fucking stupid. Fucking getting arguments about stupid shit.
I'll follow you on that because I don't go to bars very often. I'll go there for like a beer, then I'll go home and then I'll get drunk in my house. But I get what you're saying. Like a bar is just like a place. They serve alcohol, and really, with this conversation that this topic that you have is like, there's no responsibility to them. They'll just keep serving it, and then whatever happens, they shouldn't be held liable. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you have to put. I mean, that's what they do. They sell booze. That's their job. They
It's
sell
just
alcohol.
funny that, at least in North Carolina, like everything, as soon as you leave that bar, if you've had a drink, that you do is illegal. Like, you're intoxicated in public, you can get arrested for that. Just for walking intoxicated in public, you can get arrested for it. So it's just
Well, to get intoxicated in public, you have to be. You realize how hard you have
right.
to be.
But I'm just saying it's funny
Timothy
that we're
Barker,
like, hey,
thank you for following us.
it's like, hey, come
Curtis
on in
calling
here, and then everything you're gonna do from outside this door after you leave here, it's illegal.
Fernando,
illegal.
what do you think, Fernando? Is the bar responsible at all for these drunk driving incidences?
Well, I know that there's a chance for them to cut them off at a certain point whenever they're going to get behind the wheel. I wouldn't say fully responsible, but it's just one of those deals. I mean, they're making money, they're getting tips. The fucking dude's going to sit there and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink, and then, all right, last call. And then,
I feel like you're describing Thaddeus.
Thaddeus is don't you dare talk about my Thaddeus like that.
He looks like a bar closer to me.
He's been dry up until St. Louis got into the playoffs, and then he started drinking beer. And so,
Oh, speaking of which, today marks 67 days until the NFL season starts, Fernando.
Who cares?
fucking Cowboys, we're going to win the Super Bowl,
Oh,
baby.
stop. Hang up on him, Alex. Hang up on him.
I can't hang up on him.
I gotta
Who
get
did he
a
say?
soda.
The Cowboys? God damn.
Cowboys, we're going to win the Super Bowl, bro.
Why do you have to be that type of Mexican? Why can't you be like a regular Mexican that likes the Raiders or the 49ers?
Dude, that's how my dad was. I have a fucking Dallas Cowboy star tattooed on my arm.
God. Dude, and I'm just saying, I mean, so you're like Tex-Mex.
Oh, no.
The worst
I'm
of the
a
Mex. The worst of the Mex.
100% Mexicano, and I fucking love my Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're Tex-Mex.
Yeah, dude.
You don't wear your Nike Cortezes with your pants all the way up to the ankles and your Dickie shorts.
Dude. Yeah. I wore my Nike Cortezes the other day with my fucking knee-high socks just the other day.
Yeah, but you didn't say go Raiders, and that's the thing. You had the blue ones, the blue and silver ones. I've got the black and silver ones, and I'm just saying we're better. But that's the thing. Is like, the funny thing is, dude, is like, my parents, my dad was Tex-Mex. Like, my dad was a Cowboys fan until the day he died. But I'm just like he took me to Cowboys games and Texas Ranger games. He's like, no, this is Texas. Like, no, I like the Raiders and the Royals. My dad's like, calm it down. Like, no, I like the Raiders. No, he just said calm it down, and he got so mad. He's like, you realize like the Raiders are bad. I'm like, no, the Royals are. He's like, the Royals suck. I'm like, no, Bo Jackson. My dad's like, no. Emmett Smith. I'm like, no, Bo Jackson. No, Emmett Smith. I'm
What the
like,
hell is
no,
that?
Bo
A vodka soda?
Yeah, my girlfriend brought this home from work and wants me to try it. I bet you it's garbage.
What is it?
Hey, Thaddeus, what do you think about the sparkling water wine cans, like the rosé, like
The hard seltzers? Is that what you're
yeah,
talking
like
about?
the seltzers?
Like
They're
Truly
fucking-
and fucking
yeah.
what's the other one? White Claw. I haven't
Like,
tried.
yeah, the Trulies are good.
See, Stephanie, I bought some for Stephanie. Whenever Gina West came over, she brought some, and Stephanie loved the one she brought, but I couldn't find that brand, and I bought a rosé one, and she said it just tasted kind of. She said it reminded
you don't want
her
a
of
rosé
a LaCroix.
in anything. Like, rosé is gay.
Well, so you take that back, of a bitch. Rosé can be delicious.
Wine, yes, it can be.
Oh yeah, were we talking about something other than wine? Like,
Yeah,
is it
yeah, no, the sparkling seltzer waters.
Oh yeah, if you like that, you can go fuck yourself.
No, man, some of them are pretty good.
The Truly thing, right before Bottle Rock this year, we had like a Truly rep come in trying to get us to sell their shit, and it was like this like good looking chick all dolled up and like just really pushing. And I feel like if you need that to sell your product, it's probably garbage.
It's not bad, dude. Like, I mean, it's really not.
I want to see like somebody who looks like they just got hit by a bus come in and try and sell me this product, because it's got to be dank as fuck, because they're not going to send somebody that hideous to sell me something garbage.
Yeah,
They're not.
think
I'd be a poster child for it. Like, it's not bad, dude. I'll buy a 12 pack of those with like a really hot day. I'll buy a 12 pack of Trulies and be like, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna try this.
No,
I mean, it's alcohol and water, and you're not gonna piss yellow in the next morning.
High noon sun sips.
You guys want to hear a shower thought?
Yeah.
Korn, Limp Bizkit, Green Day, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses are now old enough to be considered classic rock.
Get the fuck out of here! If I hear that shit on a classic rock stage,
Korn is
I'm
classic rock, dude. They're talking about punk rock is classic rock, dude. Like Dead Kennedys and all that shit's classic rock now.
Well, they put Green Day on the list, even though they're not the best,
Well, the good
Well,
news
no,
is
yeah,
example
no,
of it,
it's
but
like
they are.
Green Day is classic rock now.
The
Pretty
bassist
much.
from Green Day comes into my restaurant pretty often.
Who?
Yeah, the bassist from Green Day.
Trey?
No, that's Trey. No,
is it
Trey-
Is that the drummer?
Trey Cool is the drummer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric Dirnt is the bass player.
He's a stuck-up dickhead.
Yeah, he's a stuck-up cocksucker, and so is Billy Joel.
well, he
and
learned
so-
how to play 3 chords on a bass and made millions of dollars. So
Yeah.
I'd
Um,
probably be a dickhead too.
This vodka soda is garbage, guys. Don't
Don't
waste your
buy
time.
it. Thaddeus, let me ask you something. You're somebody who I know that's very you're very in hone with your sexuality. I think you know who you are sexually.
Oh,
do
yeah.
do you think that it's weird of me to have a little bit of a boner for Jimmy Pop?
Jimmy Pop from the Bloodhound Gang?
Yeah,
Nah, man.
I think he's a handsome devil.
He's handsome and goddamn
And
it.
he's a genius.
He's the fucking wordsmith, ain't he?
Yeah.
Love that guy.
He's
no,
not
no.
old or new, but he's middle school, 5th grade, like junior high.
See, and that's the thing. Like honestly, like we did the show on we did the show for me and my stereo. Like the jumping the shark. Like I could find, like we had to find the shittiest bands, really, that jumped the shark. Like honestly, we could look like Jimmy Pop, Bloodhound Gang. They were fucking amazing.
I really wanted to be on that show, but I worked 11 days in a row, and then I came home and crashed for like 6 hours.
I understand that.
So I missed
You know
it.
what? I drove 8 hours to get home, and then I jumped right on the air.
Wait, where were you?
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas sucks.
Dallas is awesome, dude.
I've been to Dallas. My grandparents used to live in Rockwall.
That's where all my family lives, and hopefully my mom moves there. My mom's been threatening to move to Phoenix, and I'm just like, oh yeah, but all your family's right here. See all these people that you know? Yeah, they're not going to be in Phoenix. She's like, well, you're going to be in Phoenix. I'm like, yeah, but they aren't.
Here's a good question for us. What is the song on your playlist that you skip every time it comes on, but for some reason you can't throw it away? You cannot delete it.
I don't have playlists. I just listen to full albums.
Wonderwall.
Wonder why.
The-
Mine would be God damn it, I had it.
The River by Garth Brooks.
Oh yeah, what's wrong? You just skip it. It's not such a deep track to you.
And that song, I don't like it for some reason. I just always skip it.
Also, what took us a long way, a little bit longer to get home, we drove down. Me and
Oh.
Ashley had to drive down Garth Brooks Boulevard in
Of
Oklahoma
course you
City.
did, 'cause you're
Fuck yeah.
trash.
Well, why not? Why not? You would do it. You would do it.
Yeah,
too,
because
Jared.
I'm trash.
All right, I got one for you. I'll skip almost every time. It's Sublime, but you'll never get rid of it. But I almost skip it every single time because I've heard it so much.
What song?
Just any of them.
Any of them.
Any of it.
Unless it's a
I used
unless
to
it's
work
a
at
song
a
from
radio
Robin the
station.
Hood.
And like, yeah, they're great, man. And I love the songs. And if I'm in the mood, I'll throw it on and I'll listen to it and I'll rock out. But anytime it just randomly pops on, I'm like, next song.
I just
See,
put on
I'm-
Secondhand Smoke at work the other day, and that album holds
See,
up.
I'll listen to that one. I'll listen to Secondhand Smoke and Robin the Hood. but I won't listen to 40 Ounces of Freedom or the Sublime album.
I'll listen to Robin the Hood just for the Raleigh Theodore Sacred.
Yeah, the lot of Raleigh soliloquies.
Oh my god, they're fucking great.
She sucked my cock.
I am gonna.
Turns out she'll suck my cock again.
Which is a more unrealistic part?
Ugh.
The size of the apartments on Friends, or the fact that the couch in Central Perk was always available?
I think the size of the apartments on
Right?
Friends, like that was
What were they fucking like working at Google back in the day before Google
yeah,
existed?
dude. Like they
IBM?
had to be making millions of dollars per person to
Yes.
afford those big ass apartments. Because I know people that live in New York, like, well, I mean, back in the day, they lived in New York, and she lived in a studio apartment. It was $1,500 a month to live in an apartment where her living room was her bedroom. She had one of those fucking, what do you call the fold down beds that was stuck in the wall?
Like,
A
not
full-
Tron. Are they just called hideaway beds? I thought they had a different name. That was like a Mary something.
A very something, you know what I'm talking about though. The one that you just like
Yeah.
fold it down.
It's not
Yeah.
Trundle.
No, the trundle is the one that's
That's a
underneath.
funny word though.
The
Thaddeus,
trundle bed's underneath your couch.
Thaddeus,
Yeah,
what
that
is
sounds
more?
like Grundle.
What is more dear to you? What is more the best? A day off, or the night before a day off?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude! Gotta be the night before a day off.
Yeah.
You know
I
we be
agree.
we be smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
We
like
smoking,
today.
we be drinking.
Especially like right now, since I had a 6-hour power nap earlier.
Oh, you're good to
And,
go.
I know I don't have to do shit tomorrow. Like there's shit that I should be doing, but I'm not gonna. Fucking, I'm flying home to St. Louis on Friday.
Oh yeah, your grandma's not doing well.
Yeah, she's 86 and she's about to
Oh.
get 86.
Oh man, that's
Well, maybe Alex's dad will be in heaven, like to walk her in. He'll be like, "Hey, our kin, we're friends."
my
and I got-
son. Your
Both of them are gonna be like,
grandson
and I gotta
was
say, I
friends.
never liked them being friends.
My dad didn't even know who Thaddeus was.
Oh, now he does though. He knows everything, man. He knows all your secrets, bro.
She's cool, man. My grandma's the shit. She ain't scared at all. And like, I mean, she could make it another 5 years. Nobody knows, or she could die today.
You just gotta go see her. Yeah, you know that.
She's got like an aneurysm in her guts, and you know, like it's sad.
Yeah.
But as soon as I found out, like I called her and I talked to her for like an hour and a half, and like, you know, she's at peace with it. Like, so
She's ready to go.
yeah, totally. She's had a fucking awesome life. She's got
Yeah.
no regrets. She's fucking great. I just want to go and see her before she's in a box.
I go up there, have some beers, and fucking hang out with her, and like,
Yeah, man, we're gonna sit in her breezeway and smoke cigarettes like old times, and
yeah.
and it's gonna be nice.
That's awesome, man. I will say that because what I went through was not awesome, but I think the way you're gonna go up and do it is just like, hey, we're gonna have this fun time together, and then I'm gonna leave, and then you know you're gonna get bad news later, but at least
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, you know, it's always sad when somebody goes, but
Yeah.
there's fucking worse ways for sure.
Brandon, I
Absolutely.
got a question about your ninja skills. Be honest.
Who?
There's no
Me?
reason. Yeah, there's no reason to lie on this show. You know that, right?
What do I care?
Okay, here we go. Can you, and be honest, can you make
Uh-huh.
it to your refrigerator at night with no lights on?
Oh, for sure. I'm fat first.
So you have the steps memorized.
Just depends. I mean, what time of night?
I mean, you just roll out of bed
Okay.
and you're gonna go get something to eat. You don't want to wake anybody up. You're not gonna turn any lights on. Are you confident that you're gonna get there without having a tussle?
Oh, absolutely.
Are we going downstairs and shit?
Yep. Downstairs,
Oh my goodness.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns, but I can get there.
Damn. What about you, Aldape? You get into that fridge no matter
You
what?
live in a
Oh yeah,
you live in a
easily.
mansion. It takes me like 15 steps and like 2 turns. To get there.
I'm counting the turns like around the corner of
You
my
wanna know the
bed.
sad
like,
part,
I'm
though,
counting my
Thaddeus?
new turns.
You have to walk all the way across. I have to walk through the hallway, then I have to walk around the living room, and then to the kitchen.
You know what sucks, that is?
What?
With the amount of rent you're paying, he's probably paying like half on his mortgage, man.
Oh,
And he's living in a McMansion, bro.
I live in a tiny little shack, and it's $1,800 a month.
Oh yeah, I got
$1,800 a month at your fucking apartment?
It's not an apartment; it's a house.
He was paying 22 for a while.
No, I was. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, I was when I was paying off the deposit.
Yeah,
I was.
whenever he was having, that was whenever he was, when it was drunk Thaddeus was in full force calling the Derek Rutherford show.
Yeah. I
So
don't
you
know how
moved
the
to a new place?
fuck drunk.
No, he
No,
like,
no,
so he had
no.
was it a girlfriend situation or a roommate?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. I remember this story.
No,
Thaddeus,
what it was,
come to-
what it
come to
was
Arizona.
when my girlfriend moved in and my old roommate moved out. Like because my ex and my roommate had paid a deposit on the place, so like their landlord wanted to give them back their deposit finally, and so I had to pay a deposit. So me and my current girlfriend had to, she let us pay it off month to month. It was like, fuck, I don't even remember the total, but it was, for a while it was $2,200 a month. It was $400 extra every month until we paid it off. I guess it was a month.
$2,200 a month.
It was like a month's rent plus $200. So it was like $2,000.
And I offered to let him live in my basement for $300 a month, and he said no, and then he went to jail. I tried to
Yep.
save your life, young grasshopper.
Hey, I know, man.
You would
Look
have
at
think about it, man. If you
you're
would have went to
out
Garden
there.
City, man, you'd have some fat chick pregnant by now.
Thaddeus, come to Phoenix. Well, you can stay with either one of us.
Man, when my dogs die, there's no telling where I'm going.
Oh,
next.
bring your dogs, dude.
Bring your dogs to Phoenix.
I'm not bringing my dogs to the fucking desert, man.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
They can play. They have. I've got
Benji
two dogs they can
Benji went
play with.
outside when we didn't know it today, and he was out there for like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I just heard, and I opened the door, and Benji's out there like, I'm fucking dying, bro. It's hot as shit. So I brought him in, and he went and got a bunch of water, and he just went and laid down. I was like, for like 10 minutes. I was like, don't go outside when you're not supposed to, dipshit. And then like nobody knew you were out there.
I took my dogs to Joshua Tree a couple of years ago for like a day. Literally, I was there for 24 hours, and they fucking, dude, I'm surprised they made it through it because they're both black. One of them has
Whoa.
a really thick undercoat.
Dogs
I
of
think
color,
he's
bro.
They're dogs of color, man.
Yeah, fucking like they had a good time, but man, they did not wake up the entire ride home. They just chugged fucking water. And then for like 2 days after I got them home, they just were lethargic. They were just done. They had a good time. They were like chasing rabbits around in the
Yeah,
desert.
but that's why you get a place with a pool, and your dogs just jump in and out all day, and they're inside most of the time.
Mhm. They do love swimming.
Think about it, man. You work on a radio show. I mean, listen, I was trying to get you to move to Garden City. Now I got an actual city you can move to.
I don't want to live in an actual city. Napa's like big enough.
Oh, Phoenix is, you come up to North Phoenix where I am, dude. Real desolate.
I think I'm gonna wait until my dogs kick, and then I'm gonna go to some island someplace.
Do you feel like the era of alcohol and tobacco has been replaced by caffeine and cannabis?
I think there's always a home for alcohol and tobacco. in my
But you don't
heart.
see the youth of America, dude. Like, you offer a cigarette to somebody younger than 24, they're like, "The fuck away." I mean, not all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
They're all vaping.
yeah, exactly. And and some of them not even that. Like, I remember when I was a kid, when you were like 15, you were like, I gotta go find fucking Todd, who's 18, who's gonna give me some cigarettes so I can look cool.
Man, let's be honest. Kids in this day and age are fucking squares. They're not even having sex. What the fuck are they doing?
They're not even fucking each other. What's going on?
They're all worried about our planet and shit.
They're all worried about equality and fucking.
That's a fucking lost cause.
Meanwhile, I'm discovering that we have 9 spacecraft. Blew my mind. You guys know about that? We have
What?
9. We have 9 alien spacecraft in our possession. The U.S.
Wow.
military.
Don't really?
Yeah, and there's a new element called Element 115, and it powers an anti-gravity motor. Basically, what this thing does is it creates an anti-gravity field, and they set this like a dome over top of it, and then it diverts it out to the thrusters. But basically, with the anti-gravity field, it flexes the light around it, so you don't really see it, which is why you see these things. But they They have 9 different versions of these things that aren't ours. They're from other planets, other galaxies, other solar systems.
Man, I
There's
thought all
9
about
in our
vibes. What's
possession.
going on? Okay. Well, I want to see them.
I do too. That way I can not sound like a crazy person. But I don't know.
I don't think you sound like a crazy.
I'm about 80-20 on it though.
That's just one of those things that like I gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah, to be 100 on it.
Like God. That's why I don't believe in God. I've never seen
I don't
God.
either. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, dude. I think there's a much better possibility of aliens existing than one dude that created everything.
Oh, for sure.
but
100%.
I still gotta see it.
I just
They're
think
not
it's
gonna
really
tell everybody.
really interesting. The only reason that I'm like, okay, yeah, is because this guy Bob Lazar, he basically built like this rocket car back in the day, and the military saw it, and I guess they were out of ideas on this like alien propulsion system, and they kind of brought this guy in, and he worked there for I don't know how long. I don't want to missay how long he worked there, but he worked on just the propulsion system. He said they had everything was so compartmentalized that like you don't know anything else that's going on there, but there was a bunch of hangars, and he said one day they had all the hangar bay doors open and you could see all of the spacecraft, and he actually said he saw a test flight of it. And then you can look up Bob Lazar on YouTube and see some of the videos that he had where they would schedule test flights on like a Wednesday, on like one Wednesday in a month. And he was like, hey, you guys want to see some UFOs? Come out here. And they started seeing them, and they made a big thing out of it. So like they got caught. So the government's been trying to discredit this guy for a long time, but he's like, one thing that makes me believe him, he's like, I don't want any kind of money from this. He's like, I'm not trying to hoax everybody to gain anything from it. But he's just wanting people to know that, like, you know, we have possession of like this shit that we should all know about. Like the world should know about.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what does the government gain from hiding that type of shit from?
All it is though is as soon as you figure out how to use it or how to duplicate it, you're the superpower.
No.
You know what I mean? So if it's out there in the world,
Anybody can do it.
anybody's, yeah, it's gonna be, you know,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. As soon as it's harnessed, that's it.
Right. And all we've got is military might, so
Yeah.
we gotta keep the power out of the hands of anybody else. Got it. God damn. People are
Yep.
fucking retarded.
I agree.
God damn it. I hate being a person.
Me too, man. It really sucks.
It
Like,
does.
Cool thing about being a person right now, though, is we're in like the technology age.
Yeah.
We're in like a new age of human.
Yeah. I
Where
don't
we
know.
see Derek's under chin, and oh
Yeah.
my god, Derek's
Yeah.
under chin is solving problems for all of us.
Fuck yeah. I gotta. Fuck. My screen is incredibly dark. I gotta brighten it up so I can see that under chin. Where is it? I'm not too familiar with this iPad business. There we go. Fuck.
There you go. You're dragging in there. You see him sucking that big dong bong that he's got.
Hey, now it's like a whole new world. And I'm at the under chin.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Every
I
time I
mean,
take my glasses off, that song pops into my head.
a whole new world.
Yeah,
And see,
'cause it
that's
cleans
why
his
it's
glasses
better.
out.
That's why it's better than the Lion King, because it turns you into that world of like, don't you dare close your eyes. It got to get
I don't
you
know.
into that
Every time
S&M world.
every time I pick my daughter up out of her crib, I'm like, ah, Suenya. When you're gonna move out my house.
Dude, I love Lady Smith Black Mambazo. That's That's the African music that you
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking awesome. They don't, they were also on Paul Simon's Graceland. They're all over that.
They actually did a show at my dad's church like 15 years ago.
Dude, they played in my hometown like a month after I moved out here. I was really fucking heartbroken. I didn't get to see it. It was like a $10 show.
Well, see, that's what it was here. Like, it's in Dodge City, Kansas. Like, they did a fucking tour and they came to Dodge City, Kansas, and like did those songs. And
Yeah, this is like
they couldn't let him do it at a church because they were doing the Lion King song, so they didn't know what couldn't understand him. So they had to go to the Civic Center. But it was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. Like,
Yeah, no, they're great.
All right, y'all. I gotta call it. I'll see y'all later.
All right, have a good one.
D. Relly.
Yo, what to do?
Apparently, you're not in the studio anymore.
I'm babysitting.
Then why don't we quit this?
I thought y'all were having a good talk. I can quit this, so.
Well, I mean, it's up to you, man. You're babysitting. I mean, put the kids in the studio. Put them on the mic. Let's talk to those little
It's not
bastards.
gonna happen, dude.
You set them on the chair. Set the other one on the chair, and we're like, "Hey, dude." I mean,
I'll probably actually just put them to bed. If y'all want to keep going, though, I'll probably be back in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm gonna put them to bed.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Come back when you put your Hellion down.
and they're not hellions, Thaddeus. They're
All kids.
they're the Lord's. They're the Lord's cherubs.
Kids.
So y'all
are-
gonna keep going? You said.
The one called the other one a dickhead yesterday.
No, the other one called Derek a dickhead.
Is that what it was?
All right, I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Have
Just
fun.
in time for the NyQuil to kick in. Deanie, how long do you got? Deanie.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Deanie, the guy in the corner.
I thought his name was Brandon.
Well, his name's Brandon, the great Brandini.
Oh. I don't think he's listening to you.
I think he's gone.
Hey, you know the best thing about football season starting is? That hockey's not far behind it. Every time football starts, I'm like, yes, we're like a month out from fucking hockey. When does the season start?
I think preseason starts at the end of August.
Okay. Yeah. I think the first official game of the NHL is October 2nd.
See, you guys just like NHL and soccer. It's like so weird.
Don't ever compare those two again, or you and me are gonna have problems.
What? NHL and soccer?
Not at all the same.
I'm sorry if you're not watching the women's fucking United States team, then you're not an American.
If you're watching soccer, you're not an American. Nobody in America cares about soccer. The rest of the world does. Everyone but us.
No, we do care about soccer. That's why we have a soccer team. If we cared about what the rest of the world thought about us, we'd have a football team.
No, my all my Mexican coworkers fucking love it. That's all they ever talk about.
Yeah, and you're talking to a Mexican. Yeah, I kind of like soccer.
You're Mexican like I'm Irish. You know?
Oh no. I'm Mexican like my dad's. My dad's Mexican. My mom's white. I still watch soccer.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into it. It's too fucking slow. Much like the NFL. It's just, I don't know. It's too slow.
No, I get it. Honestly, watching the Blues, dude. I was really. I think since the Raiders are going to Vegas, I thought it was going to be a Vegas Knights man, but I think I'm gonna stay with the Blues, and don't call me a fair weather fan, but I just like the way the Blues play.
You're goddamn right, man. That's a hell of a team. I'll tell you one thing about the Vegas Knights I like is they've got one of our old guys that I love.
Yeah.
When he played for us, Ryan Reeves. And he like before the NHL kind of started cracking down on fighting as much as they do. Like there's still a little bit here and there, but it used to be like 50% of games had a good fight in it.
Yeah.
Now it's like 15, if that. But when that started happening, you know, he was our enforcer. He'd go out and crack some fucking skulls, and that was really what he was known for. But then, like, in the off season, when the NHL kind of handed down that decision, he was like, oh, well, can't be that guy anymore. And he started working on his game in other places and became really good at a lot of other things. I would love to have him back on the Blues.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm going for Vegas. Like, Vegas is my team now because I'm moving to Arizona, and the Raiders are moving to Vegas. So I'm just gonna be that way. I'm a Raider fan till the day I die. So I'll just adapt the Vegas Golden Knights. But actually, I kind of don't want to because I'm so happy about the Blues.
Fucking don't. Just be a Blues fan. Like,
Can I be a Blues fan? But I don't want to be a bandwagon fan, though. That's the thing. It's like I don't think I want to be a bandwagon fan. Oh, they won this.
Just blame it on me. If anybody gives you shit, be like, nah, man. My buddy Thaddeus got me into hockey. He's a Blues fan. He got me into watching the Blues. I'm a Blues fan. And fucking.
I like the colors way better. The Blues. Yeah, I mean, I like the Blues colors.
Dude, the Blues fans are a lot like Cubs fans in that they went fucking forever without a championship and still stuck by their team, and nobody fucking, you know, bitched out and went to other teams or anything like that. Like, and now we got one. We fucking got one.
Well, see, and that's the thing is like I'm a Royals fan. Like, dude, I even like went to another team for a little while. Like, I mean, I was a Royals fan. Like, that's how I became a Raiders fan because I loved Bo Jackson. He played for the Raiders and he played for the Royals. Yeah. I've loved them since I was a little kid. And then they did nothing. So I had to like look, and that's why I became a Boston Red Sox fan for a minute. And then they
wait. Did you just say you were a Boston Red Sox fan for a minute?
Yeah.
I don't even care about baseball, but I fucking hate Boston.
I hate Boston too, but at the same time, like after 2004, then I left them. Yeah. I got a tattoo on my arm when they broke the 86-year curse, and then like, oh yeah, we're still hanging out with people from Boston. That's not good.
Nah, fuck Boston.
Bostonians are fucking jerk offs,
aren't they? Though, fuck me, man. I mean, that. What was it? I forget which game it was in the Blues and Bruins series where you saw them fighting each other in stands when they were losing. That's pretty indicative.
And like I said, Red Sox, not fucking Bruins.
No, I know, but I mean, that's just how people are. They're a bunch of fucking loudmouth dickheads. You know. St. Louis has the best sports fans in the country, in my opinion. Like, you know, they're classy. They're fucking classy, man. Like,
are you the classy guys? Are you guys in St. Louis classy?
So, here's an example. Did you see the thing with Albert Pujols recently? You know, we had him for 11 years. Did a lot of good, won a couple of World Series with us, went to the Angels, hasn't been back for 8 years. Finally came back with the Angels. Fucking, like, they played a, I don't know, 2 or 3 game series, I feel like, maybe 3 games. Motherfuckers, standing ovations all across the board. Every time he came up, standing ovation. Fucking hit a home run for his team against us. Standing ovation. Yeah. You know, where else are you gonna see that kind of shit?
Hopefully, I don't have to see that. I don't know where it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in Kansas City. You'll see it in Kansas City.
Okay, sure. Kansas City, which is right next door to St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know? It's the same type of people. We're not talking about Upper East Coast douchebags, you know.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I honestly, I think that's why we get along. Like,
Yeah.
you're St. Louis, like I'm Kansas City, but like we shouldn't like each other. But yeah, we're buddies. Yeah, I mean that's the way it is.
We're Midwesterners.
The fuck did Derek go?
Kansas is still considered the Midwest, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's more toward the West, but it's still the fucking Midwest.
I mean we're in the middle of the United States, so
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck, where I'm from is closer to the East Coast, but it's the Midwest. It's a
Dude,
weird
I'm 30 minutes away. If I go 30 minutes east of me, it's the same distance from from San Francisco to Boston.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, like
You're
we're
right
like
smack
right
dab.
smack dab in the middle of the United States, and I
Yeah.
don't like it.
No, I can understand that. I didn't like where I was living either. I'm excited to go back after 5.5 years. I'll be there for a week. But I don't want to stay.
No, see,
I
I've been
like-
here for 10 years, dude,
Yeah.
and I'm going to Arizona, and man, it's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
How far is Phoenix from like San Diego, where the ocean is?
2.5.
Oh, that's nothing, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
LA, it's like 3. LA is like 6, but actually no. San Diego is like 3.5, but
still nothing.
LA,
It took me an
yeah.
hour to drive to the beach where I live. You know, like
Yeah.
it's go to the fucking beach, man.
oh no, dude, I've gone to the beach. I've lived in Florida for a while, but I think I'm. Go ahead.
Florida's got better beaches than California. You can actually swim in the ocean there.
See, the thing about it is, that's what we're gonna do. Like, that's what I told Ashley. Like, when we move, the number one, we're gonna rent a fucking fancy car, and then we're gonna drive down the PCH.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's where it's at. The first year I moved out here, I drove down the PCH from here to Long Beach, which took about 14 hours. If you take the 5, that's about like 8 hours. So we almost doubled our trip, but it was so fucking worth it, man. PCH is magnificent.
Yeah, see, and you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I told Ashley, like, we're gonna move to Arizona, but like, I want to be near. We're close to LA. It's 6 hours away to LA, 3 hours to Vegas.
Yeah.
And, like, no, I want to go up to Sacramento and then drive down the PCH
Yeah. It's
in
beautiful.
a fucking hot rod.
Something without a top.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
and
I
she's
remember when I was a freshman in high school, I had a teacher. I forget what class it was. Some kind of fucking like bullshit life skills or something, which didn't teach me shit. But I remember one day the teacher saying, like, you guys, here we are, we're all in the Midwest, and a lot of you will never leave. But if you ever make it to the West Coast, you have to rent a car with no top and drive down Highway 1. And, and I've done it now, and he was fucking right.
dude, it's right. I've never done it, but I mean, I know it's right. I mean, I've driven from New York to fucking West Virginia. I mean, it was a great drive. It was a great.
Oh yeah. What, 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty too. But
it's not the fucking PCH, dude.
No,
like
dude,
that's
PCH is-
that's
it's world renowned. Dude, I've done it in a car, and one of these days, you know, I mean, it might be 10 or 20 years from now, but one of these days, I need to get me and both of my brothers together, and we need to ride it on some fucking motorcycles. That's what we need to do.
Oh, dude.
Both my brothers ride Harleys.
See, I think we should do, because I want to buy a Harley. I think we should
me
do,
too.
We should go to Yellowstone.
You mean Yosemite
No, Yellowstone.
in Montana?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that'd be cool too. I've been to Yosemite once, and I'm itching to go back. I think next time I go camping, I'm gonna go there. That's only
Yeah,
like
but
4 hours from here.
Oh.
And
But a ride from Yellowstone to Yosemite would be fucking amazing.
oh fuck yeah, man, that'd be. I don't use this word a lot, but that would be epic.
Yeah.
Yosemite, the plus side to Yosemite, as opposed to Yellowstone, is there's not a fucking super volcano underneath it ready to explode.
You sound like my brother-in-law.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, no, you didn't sound exactly like him. We went to fucking Yellowstone. He's like, so when are we leaving?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
He got
that's
real drunk, and then we all went to go see, Old Faithful, and he's like, yeah, Old Faithful's trying to tell you guys something. Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
well, the thing about that is if it decides to blow, no matter where you are in America, you're pretty much fucked. Like,
Maybe Texas is probably, Texas and Arizona, the least.
yeah, probably so. But the rest of America's pretty much fucked.
Oh, yeah. It's done. It's
Fucking
done.
poison gas and ash everywhere. And it's just gonna fucking blow over all of the states east and south of there. And it's gonna fucking kill crops, and people are gonna die en masse.
Yeah.
But on that note, I'm gonna go take a leak. I'll be right back. Sit tight.
Me too. Hi, everybody. Commenting on, I'm not commenting to all of you guys on the phone. We were having a conversation. Hey, everybody.
Hey. Who's
Hey.
talking?
I'm
Derek
talking.
back?
No, I don't know where Derek went.
I thought. Well, he went to put his kids to bed. I thought you said you were going to take a leak too. I was outside peeing and I heard. you.
No, I'm just trying to talk to people. I don't know what's going on right now, so I'm just talking to you. I'm drunk as fuck.
Oh, sweet man. I'm not, but I'm working on it.
So you're not drinking like hard liquor, are you?
No, I've been steering clear of that. I haven't had any hard liquor since I started imbibing again. A little wine, a little beer. That's about it.
Ah, you
Fuck,
pussy.
don't get me wrong, man. I fucking love whiskey, but it doesn't love me. And I find that I can enjoy,
No, I agree with you, man.
6 to
I
10
agree.
beers and go to sleep and wake up just fine. Whiskey wouldn't be the same.
No, I agree.
I used to love Wild Turkey, man.
See, I liked Wild Turkey, but I mean that was just because of Hunter S. Thompson. And honestly, after I drank it for a while, it had to be an old guy that loved that. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I started drinking it probably because of Hunter Thompson, but I began enjoying it because it's fucking delicious. And It's 101 proof, and it gets you fucking wrecked in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah. You want to hear my favorite wild turkey story?
go ahead.
All right. So, years ago, fuck, what year was this? This had to have been 2010, probably. I was living with my dad in the house I grew up in after he and my mom divorced, and I was I wasn't even seeing this chick. We were just kind of fucking. This girl I was going to school with, she was in my math class, and I asked her if she could help me with math, and she said yeah, and then we ended up fucking a lot.
I asked her if she could help me with math.
And then so one night she come over, and we drank a bottle of wild turkey. And for some reason my dad was gone that night, like all night, which was weird. And when we drank a whole bottle of wild turkey, and right about the time that bottle ran out, my buddy Homer that I had worked with at a grocery store,
My
he had
buddy.
he had moved to Mississippi. He called me out of the blue. It was like 11 o'clock at night. We had just finished that bottle. He called me. He's like, hey, man, I'm just driving into town. What are you doing? And I was like, well, shit, man. Go pick up a bottle of wild turkey and come over. So he did. And
You finished one bottle of wild turkey and you got a
Yeah.
new one?
And then so the three of us proceeded to drink that other bottle. And I don't know, we probably weren't even all the way through it yet, but I decided to show off my dad's guns. And somehow, man, we ended up having a threesome, and me and my buddy are each holding guns. like fucking Eiffel Tower and with guns in our hands. And then
I'm just gonna say whose dick was in who?
who was what?
Whose dick was in who?
Oh well, she was in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And so like I was behind her, and then he was in front of her.
And
And
your
we had
dick
to-
was in him, and then
No,
oh,
we had the wobbly H going on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like the wobbly H. And we had guns in the air. And then my dad came home and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh,
Happy
sorry."
4th.
Like, sorry, here, have your guns back." And then, you know, we finished up and finished the bottle. That was like 7 o'clock in the morning after staying up all night drinking wild turkey and beer. That was a fun time. I used to be a little crazy.
Did you used to be a little? I used to be a little crazy.
Yeah, that was a good time.
See, I'm fighting. I mean, it's 4th of July in Dodge City, Kansas. I'm fighting not shooting my gun off in the air.
Good luck.
No, I mean it's a thing. Like I don't have any like home defense rounds, so I can't shoot them off in the air or blanks. Like usually, like that's what we do in Dodge City. Like we'll shoot off guns in the air, but I don't want to shoot like FMJs, like
What's
Full
that?
Metal Jacket.
Oh, Full Metal Jackets, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot that off in the air because that could come down.
Yeah, and they're pricey.
No, FMJs are cheap as fuck.
Oh, are they? I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't own any guns. I can't legally in the state of California. All of my gun experience comes from shooting with my dad and my brother.
Yeah, FMJs are pretty cheap, but like I mean, because they're target loads, and
Yeah.
you don't want to shoot your fucking like home defense rounds. But the problem is that the fucking the fake loads are fucking expensive as fuck, dude. Like it pisses me off. Like just like
The blanks.
yeah, blanks are expensive.
Mhm. That's lame.
Very expensive.
Well, let's talk about something else.
Well, let's talk about something else. Where's Derek Rutherford?
Where is Derek Rutherford? His kids. See, okay. He said 15 minutes. That's been at least 20 minutes ago.
At
probably,
least 20 minutes. Well, let's talk about it.
probably longer. And it just it just sets in stone my thing that kids ruin everything, man. You can't make plans when you got kids. Tell your friends, I'll be back in 15 minutes.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that because I don't have any kids, and I'm getting ready to move to Phoenix, and I just sold my kegerator for $300. My house is on the market. I mean,
You own your house?
yeah.
Right on. I don't know shit. I own a car. It's falling apart. And
I've got 3 cars, man. Like it.
I was supposed to get my car worked on this coming Friday, but now I got to fly to St. Louis, so I got to reschedule that shit. My car's got some weird shit going on.
Your Kia?
No, it's a Hyundai.
So your Kia.
I don't know, man. It's fucking Korean.
Yeah, Kia and Hyundai are the same car.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
So what's I've got a Hyundai Sonata. What's the equivalent of a Kia?
I can't remember, dude. I haven't sold a Kia for a long time, but like Kia and Hyundai are the same fucking company. A Kia Optima, that's it. The Kia Optima and the Sonata.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, no man, I love my car. It's running fine. The engine's just fine. But like, I guess like a sensor or something came loose inside my passenger side front wheel well, and so now I'm like, my cruise control doesn't work, and
That's engine control.
I can hear something clicking around in there on that side. Also, I got to get my rear brakes replaced, my brake pads. And we had a heat wave here a couple weeks ago, and on the hottest day of the year, like it set records for over 100 years. My fucking AC went out. So I was gonna get all that fixed.
How old's your car?
To 07.
Oh, so it's out of the fucking warranty, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I got a sweet fucking deal on this car. I only paid $200 for it, and it had less than 200,000 miles on it at the time.
Yeah.
I've had it for, fuck. I guess I got it in February 2017. So I've gotten my $200 worth out of it for sure.
Oh yeah.
But we just when we went to Collins Lake for my birthday, we rented a car, and they gave us like a Volkswagen Tiguan hybrid.
Tiguan.
And I was just like, fuck, man, I need to get a new car. I want to get a truck though. I don't want a car, and I don't want anything too fancy. I just want something that can haul a lot of gear. Hey, Wendy's calling. What the fuck?
So I can't control that. Derek can. Wait.
Sorry, Wendy. Can't control that. Derek's off fucking putting his kids to bed. See you later. So yeah, man. Going back to the Midwest after 5.5 years.
He's the one pointing out like what fucking number to call. Derek, get your ass into the fucking room. Like you're in the control spot.
Yeah, it's just me and you, man.
That's just you and me, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say, man. Like you're in Sacramento. Like I've already told Ashley. I was like, hey, so I'm gonna go to Sacramento. I might go to a Ween concert.
Yeah, about that. Here's the thing that I just started working on today. I was talking to my buddy in Oakland, and I'm trying to get a vial. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Please don't. Dude, I don't know, man. It's been so long.
Oh, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'll have a good time.
You will.
I'll have a good time.
I'll dose your beer, man. You won't even know.
No. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying, like, once we move to Phoenix, like, I'm going to go up there and hang out with you.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to get my buddy Fabrino to come down. And, yeah, dude, I'll do it.
You said Marino?
No, from Reno.
Oh, from Reno. I was like, where the fuck is Marino?
Like, one of my best buddies, like, he was the best man at my wedding. He lives in Reno right now. I'm like, dude, if we're going to go do LSD in California, he's going to come down there with me. But
yeah, we'll have to go on a camping trip someplace.
I think we should plan one.
Yeah.
I really think we should.
Yeah, there's some good places to camp within, not far from here. But, in my opinion, the best place to camp if you're going to eat a bunch of LSD is down in the desert. So maybe we just,
why don't you guys come down to Phoenix?
yeah, no, I think you come meet us in Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree. I don't know what that is.
It's in Southern California. It's out in the desert. The national park.
Actually, now I know what you're talking about. Joshua Tree South. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Dude, that's some of the most fun I've ever had.
We're going to have to plan fun.
My buddy and I and his brother went there. That was like his bachelor party because he had been married once before and like had this big elaborate bachelor party, and it was what it was, but he didn't want to do that the second time around. So me and him and his brother just went down to Joshua Tree, brought the dogs with us, and we ate a bunch of acid and just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed all day long. And it was so much fun.
How far south is that from you guys?
I think it took us about 9 or 10 hours to drive there.
How far south is that from Reno?
That's a good question. Let me Google it.
How far are you guys from Reno?
I want to say it's. I'm not. Fuck. I want to say it's like 5 hours. I've only been there once. Let's see. The fuck is that?
Get them dogs. Get them dogs.
Hold on a second. Yeah. I got. I'm on a phone call today. Hey, I'm back. You there? Aldape. I guess it's just you and me, puppies. Yeah. Yeah. Good dogs. Good dogs. Aldape. Aldape. What are you doing, fool? Aldape. Are you asleep? Alex. Alex. Alex, wake the fuck up.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know, man.
Oh.
My neighbor knocked on my door, and I walked away for a minute and a half, and I came back, and Alex is that frozen, or is he just like passed out sitting there?
He hung up. Was he drunk?
Yeah.
Real wasted?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen him more wasted.
Oh. How long have you been sitting here?
Not even 5 minutes. Wendy called. Wendy, the whatever you're calling her these days. You get the boys down?
No, he's actually watching TV in the living room because he doesn't give a shit.
Oh, right. Did he call you a dickhead again?
No.
All right, Dan. Well, you got that going for you. Wait, so Alex hung up?
He said, "Cut it, I'm out."
Okay.
What a girl.
I guess. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, he wouldn't go to sleep at all, dude. He kind of yawned a few times at the end, but then I thought he was going to sleep. And then he just got up and walked away. I was like, God damn it.
God damn it. Kids, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So I'm just sitting here drinking.
just drinking beers.
Yeah, man. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I like it.
I got my little koozie that I got at Collins Lake a couple weeks ago. It says, anchor yourself to something special.
Oh shit.
Collins Lake. Tell you what I did when I was there. I did not anchor myself to anything special, but I drank a lot of beers.
This weekend?
No, like 2 weeks ago.
You ended up going fishing the other day though when I was on live, didn't you?
I did go fishing yesterday, yeah. I caught a bunch. I kept 2, and I ate one of them today, and I got another one in the fridge.
You're gonna take both of them out, huh?
Yeah, well, I caught like 6 or 7. Most of them were keepers except for one, and I kept 2. Actually, one of them that I kept was like legally was a little bit short of keeping, but for some fucking reason, I only had him out of the water for like 30 seconds, but he went belly up as soon as I put him back in.
So that's the one you ate?
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the ones that I came home last night and I cleaned them, so I filleted them. I don't know which one I ate today because it all went in the same bag together.
Yeah.
But I made a sandwich with one of them today, and there's meat in the fridge for another one. Yeah, it was weird. I had him out of the water for just a minute, and
Maybe he had a heart attack.
maybe, man, it was weird because I put him in the water, and he didn't swim away, and so I took and grabbed him by the mouth and moved him back and forth in the water to get water moving over his gills like you do. That usually will revive him. But he just kept going belly up, and he was twitching. It was almost like he was having a seizure.
No shit.
And he just I kept trying to revive him for a couple of minutes, and it just wasn't happening. So I was like, yeah, well, fuck it, he's fat. I'll take him and eat him. And probably half an hour before I caught that one, I'd caught one other keeper, and I'd had it in the bucket, and I put the one that was going belly up in there with it, and I thought, oh, he's gonna be dead in no time. Man, by the time I got home, that first one I caught was long gone, ready to be cleaned. It was fucking not flopping at all, and the one that wouldn't fucking swim away was still fucking trying to flop and shit. It was weird. I've never had a bass out of the water for that long, and then when I go to cut the meat, it's it was weird, man. The meat was twitching in my hands.
Really?
When I cut it off of the fish, yeah, it was fucking bizarre.
Last time I went fishing, caught a bunch of croakers, probably 15 or 20, and we were 7 miles out in the Chesapeake Bay. And my dad, we were driving the boat back to the ramps. And my dad was like, "Why don't you clean those fish while we're driving?" And so I was cleaning them in the back of the boat while we were flying, going however fast that boat went. And 4 in the morning, and these fish were still alive, and I had to cut their heads off and shit. And it was awful, dude. That's when I started. I haven't fished since then.
It's just a thing that happens. I don't worry about it. We are meat-eating animals, and things have to die for us to eat, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm doing it myself. I think everybody who eats meat should have to do it themselves once in a while.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep you humble. I mean, I've never gone hunting. I really want to. I have killed other things than fish to eat, like chickens mostly, and I've cut up some roadkill deer that were already dead. But yeah, I mean, I know what's going into the meat that I'm eating. I know what kind of work it takes to get there. Other people just eat it and they just accept it as given. It
What's up,
ain't.
Cheryl?
Who's Cheryl?
Doobie's wife just popped in.
Oh, hi, Doobie's wife.
Yeah, I haven't hunted really. I've shot, the biggest animal I've ever shot was a rabbit, probably, or a big ass
Yeah,
magpie one time.
I shot a couple of rabbits when I was younger, but it wasn't hunting. Those were like neighborhood rabbits, and I just like fed
Wrong
them to
place,
the
wrong
cave.
time.
Hey, I'm gonna go grab a beer and take a leak. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I think I have to get off of here, man.
Oh, fuck you.
I know, because my kids are still awake, so I kind of got to go in there and watch them and shit.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, man. Kids ruin everything.
They do. You just drinking booze tonight or what?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm probably, since you're getting off here, I'll probably just go lay in bed in the air conditioning and watch something on TV and drink a beer or two and pass out.
That sounds dreamy.
Yeah, I'll probably do
I'm
it
gonna
naked.
go watch Forensic Files.
All right, Dan.
All right, buddy. Good talking to you.
Yep.
Hell yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man.